Welcome back to the battle for Greyport. We're playing Blood Moon Rising, a medium difficulty scenario. We're getting close to finishing off, I guess we'll call it scenario 1 of 3. And yeah, so we'll be continuing on. So we're starting off with Zot. Zot, we can't hit werewolves unless we have items, but Zot has got a short sword, he has an attenuating amulet, he's got lots of things he can do. Even Captain Whitelock's got an item, a couple items this time. So we're looking pretty good as far as attacking here. But we got to remember we got to get rid of the shellback and the other werewolf as well. So there's that. I just want to have a look and see. Splash to Claymore. We can get the dagger from the item list, possibly. Because Zot can only play one hero, unless his amulet... No, his amulet lets him draw a card and play another hero. So, I think things are looking pretty good. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we are going to start off with Zot taunting. And Zot is going to taunt, I think, the werewolf over to himself. We're going to leave the giant cobra up at the ruins. It still has 2 health. It can take one more hit. So now he has 2 werewolves on him. One's got 6 damage. One has, of course, no damage. And then Zot's going to play himself. So he's going to play the attenuating ring, which is draw a card and he gets +1 hero. He's going to play that on himself. So he gets to draw a card. Oh, he gets a dagger. Nice. And we can dual wield physical characters can dual wield, which is actually pretty nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the soldier then use the dagger and dual wield with a short sword. And this gives us cleave. So this is all pretty good stuff, and that's only going to leave him an acolyte. But he gets to refresh at the end of his turn. So this is good. Alright, I'm going to leave that as his hand and draw pile. What do we want to do first, I guess, is the ultimate question. I think we have cleave here, so I think we want to go ahead. We have splash 2. Interesting. Let's take a quick look at Captain Whitelock, because she might be able to use, she might be able to go ahead and use the deckhand with the gun to see if we can just take out this one werewolf. I'll do a bit of thinking here, a little planning, and come right back. Okay, I've agonized long and hard. I think we're going to save the short sword from Zot. He's not going to use it. We're going to hope to draw one of the soldiers, of course, coming up next. So he's just going to use the attenuating ring himself, a soldier with the dagger. And we're going to hold off and see what happens to whether we even need Captain Whitelock to play anything, because we do want to get rid of the shellback, obviously, and I kind of want to use his splash damage on the shellback. Anyway, we'll see how it all works. So we're going to start off with this. So we're going to roll a yellow die, add 1 to it. So the soldier is going to go for the werewolf. He can attack the werewolf because he has an item. So we're going to go ahead and roll a yellow die. Let's get something high, please. We get a 2. 2 and 1 is 3, so that puts 9 damage total. Oh, 1 away from getting rid of the werewolf. And it's a cleave on the dagger, so it's going to hit 2. So we can hit the other werewolf as well for 3 damage. So that, I guess that was not terrible, but we didn't get rid of 1. Alright, that takes care of this. And now I guess the question becomes... oh no, well we have Zot the Wizard, and he has a splash damage. So splash 2 is going to kill this werewolf. So he is now going to roll a yellow, add 2 to it. So let's see what we can get. And he's going to attack this werewolf, which then will splash over to this one. And what did we get? Come on, high number. He gets a 3. That's awesome. So 3, 4, 5 damage. So a total of 8 damage now on this one. That's actually not bad. 8 damage, and this one gets 2 splash damage because that's Zot's special ability. And this one has 9, 10, 11 damage. It is killed. So we got rid of one of the werewolves. Yay! We have to get rid of them all. And that's that. Now the next question becomes, do we want to use Whitelock at all to attack the werewolf. Or not. Again, I'm going to have to think about that. So we've done everything we can do with Zot. We only have 2 hit points left on the werewolf. It'd be nice to actually get rid of him. Now I'm going to take a closer look at Whitelock's abilities and see if she wants to try and get rid of this werewolf. Alright, had a look at, I think we are going to go ahead. We're going to use the deckhand and we're going to use the captain's flintlock. And unfortunately, it's too bad this wasn't at 9 because then we could snipe some other creature. Because you can snipe any animal, any monster anywhere, and just use the one to destroy the werewolf. But we can't do that. So we're going to snipe the werewolf with this. And then I think we can actually hit the giant cobra for 1 damage if the snipe gets rid of the werewolf. I'm pretty sure we can do that because the deckhand is using the captain's flintlock. Alright, we're rolling a black die this time, which is not the greatest die, but it does have 3 on it. All we need to do is 2 damage. Let's see if we can do that. We get a 3 damage, so we snipe the werewolf. Sniping is not an attack, but he is using an item. This werewolf is also destroyed, but we do now have the deckhand left with the damage. I'm not sure you have to combine these two. I don't think the damage has to go to the werewolf because the snipe of the gun. So basically the deckhand snipes the werewolf off, has 1 damage left. If there are no monsters in the active group on the defending player, you can attack a location monster. So we're going to do 1 damage to the cobra. It says when the giant cobra deals damage to the player puts a curse on top of their deck. Alright, but we're not doing that. So we're going to do 1 damage to the giant cobra, and that will, of course, use up that card. So the giant cobra now at the location has 1 damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, that's, I think, the end of everything everyone can play. So we're going to go down through the list. Monster damage. First, the active monsters deal damage. There's no active monsters in front of Zot. Wipe them out. Then the location takes damage. The giant cobra is at the location, going from 2 hit points down to 1. We have a plan to pull him away next time. And then we're going to resolve all cleanup abilities. We don't have any. Discard all played cards. Alright, so the attenuating ring gets discarded. I got to do this carefully now. Try and keep everything organized. The dagger on the soldier gets discarded. Right on. And Zot himself, I guess, call it discarded. So he still has a short sword and acolyte in his hand. Put that there. And we're going to discard the captain's flintlock and the deckhand for Captain Whitehawk, because she used that. That's it, discarding all the cards. Alright, and carrying on now. We discarded any unused shield tokens, don't have any recruit. So now we have Zot is going to recruit. He has a silver coin, a copper coin. Let's take a look at his options and have him recruit. Alright, so he's got some options. He has 1 silver coin. We've got 2 items. We've got another dagger. We've got another shield. We could start recruiting a character as well. We do have a bunch of items now. Characters go directly in your hand as well. So I think it might be time to actually get a character. I think we're going to get a physical character for Zot. So we're going to spend his 1 silver. He has 1 silver, 1 copper coin left. Going to get a silver coin and get the cannoneer. Rolling a white die, splash damage of black die. Cool, and he can, of course, equip a physical item as well. So that goes directly to Zot's hand, which is really nice. All right, and we replace it, of course, immediately with an assassin. A yellow +2. Assassin ignores tank, ranged, and monster armor. Ooh, that's actually very nice. All right, that was recruit. Let's go back to Zot. All right, so continuing on in order. So we've recruited, and now it's discard defending player. So discard, refill, and we pass the token. We know how this works. We've done it several times now. So he has the cannoneer, the short sword, the acolyte. He can draw 2 cards, or he can discard. I think he's going to discard the acolyte because he's going to refresh anyway. So he will be drawing then 3 cards. So 1, he draws a soldier. 2, he draws another soldier. And he draws an acolyte. Okay, we're just trying to cycle through his deck quickly because then we get to the better items that he's already used. Okay, we did keep the short sword though. I wanted to do that because, of course, you can't attack the shellback without an item. Alright, Zot is going to refresh himself, and that's going to be his items. And the top marker then will pass back to Captain Whitelock. All right, didn't take any damage that time. That's incredible. All right, over we go next. Our next turn, Captain Whitehawk. All right, and Captain Whitehawk, we really don't have an option right now. Captain Whitehawk has to draw the giant cobra away from the Dwarven Ruins, or the Dwarven Ruins will be destroyed and we have to add a werewolf to each character. We don't want to do that. But we do want to reap the reward of the location. So Captain Whitehawk's going to lure, taunt the giant cobra with 1 damage on it into her active group. So away it comes with its damage. Alright, so that means we immediately reap the rewards of the Dwarven Ruins. So the Dwarven Ruins have been saved. Alright, so we get rid of Who Let the Dogs Out. That's basically finished. We've completed the scenario, sort of. We have rescued, or defended the location. Of course, the location was always, physical heroes have dual wield, but we were using the dagger anyway, which also has it. They don't stack. So this says, reveal the top 5 cards of the item deck. A player of the party's choice may recruit a physical item for free from among them. Wow, for free. Ooh, you can get the Claymore. Real cards and then reinforcements. Or shuffle the back into the reinforcements and shuffle the other cards back in. So basically, because we've defended the Dwarven Ruins, we get to pull 5 cards off the item deck and just get any one of them for free. And there's no limitation. They can be gold, silver, or bronze coin items. So cool. Let's take a look at the 5 cards we're going to pull out and what's already there for items. Alright, so I'm kind of backed out a little bit so we can zoom in on the cards. So we're going to be taking 5 cards off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get to recruit for free, no matter what type of physical weapon it is. And it doesn't matter what the cost is. So we can actually, I'm really eyeing up the Claymore because it's a green die, which is the best die in the game, and 2 splash damage. Ooh. And that goes right into Captain Whitehawk's hand. Very nice. But let's see what the 5 cards we drew are. So we got a Kite Shield, which is doing a damage, giving us a shield. I'm just going to place them off to the left. We have Lightning in a Bottle, a gold 5 splash, then retire this item. So basically this is a one-shot 5 splash damage, and then we get rid of it. It's gold. Ooh, that is nice too. Ay, ay, ay. We have the Holy Relic, shield +1, doing 1 damage. Kind of like the Kite Shield. Oh, we can't, I'm sorry, we can't do any magical items. So really, we're just going to ignore the magical items. So our options are the Kite Shield, the Claymore, or the Dagger. It's obvious. We're going to go ahead and take the Claymore. And that's going to go directly into Captain Whitelock's hand. That's an awesome card. Rolling green die, 2 splash damage. These 4 cards are going to get shuffled into that deck, as well as the Kite Shield, because these were all the revealed cards. We're going to shuffle this deck, and then we're going to pull another card to replace the Claymore, which just got taken. So I think I'm going to do that off screen, and I'll come back to a little bit of shuffling after that. Alright, so I shuffled the deck a lot. We'll just give it another quick shuffle so you don't think I'm cheating, which I'm not, of course, but we'll do that. Alright, shuffled up a little bit more, and what do we have? We have the Talisman of Lightning, +1 hero and splash 2, rolling a yellow die. Some very, very, I don't know, I really like the items and stuff in this game. Very cool. Alright, that's the replacement. It's still Captain Whitehawk's turn. All we have for her is a shellback here and a giant cobra. So let's see if we can knock both of them out. Alright, so playing cards. And of course I got my light, I think, a little bit in the wrong spot. I apologize for that. I think I was putting some glare on the cards. Oops. Okay, we need to do 9 damage to the giant cobra and 1. Just 1 to the shellback. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Zoth the Wizard. Because Zoth the Wizard, you'll see if we actually get rid of both of these monsters, then we're going into the next scenario. Everybody refreshes. So we can go ahead and use Zoth. Zoth has Splash 2. And I don't think we're going to bother doing anything else at the moment. And again, you can play these things in any order you like. So what's nice is we just go ahead and take Zoth here. Has the 1 hero. He does not, we don't have a blue item we can put on him anyway. Oh, yeah, so he can hit the giant cobra, because the giant cobra does not need an item to hit him. So we're going to roll 1 yellow die, attacking the giant cobra, 2 splash damage to the shellback. The shellback will be killed. It only has 1 health left. And I'm going to call that a 2. Not going to re-roll it. 2 damage to the giant cobra, taking it to a total of 3 damage. The shellback takes 2 splash damage from Zot. Shellback is destroyed. So this is all good. All right, good stuff. Now it's up to Captain Whitehawk to see if she can totally destroy the giant cobra. And I'm not really sure what she wants to do. I mean, we have the claymore, but I kind of want to save the claymore for the next level. The only other thing we can do is play the ship mage with the Seafarer's Charm, doing a yellow die plus 1 damage, and that's just not going to be enough to kill the giant cobra. Oh dear, this could be a bit of an issue. Let me see here. What do we have? We have a short sword, a soldier, the cannoneer. I think we're going to have to try to destroy the giant cobra. The only way I know that we can do that pretty much for sure is we're going to have to use Captain Whitehawk. She's got a yellow die, gets to play an extra hero. So we're going to play the claymore on her, physical item, and then we can play one more hero. So we may need to play a ship mage, we may not. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to be rolling a green die, which is the most deadly die in the game. And 2 splash damage. Of course, there's nothing to splash, so we don't have to worry about that. We're rolling a yellow die as well, because Captain Whitehawk rolls a yellow and a green. So yellow and a green, and we're going to see if we can get 7 damage total. And we get 9 damage total. So you can see that claymore is absolutely lethal. So the giant cobra is destroyed. Of course, we did use the claymore, though. It's kind of unfortunate because it's going to go into the discard pile. Here, all right, so now we actually have to do complete end of round activities. And basically, end of round activities, so Captain Whitehawk had her turn, so she's finished. So the first player in level 2 round is going to be Zot. So I'm just going to put that over there with him just to designate that. And I think the episode has gone on very, very long. We're going to do the final recruiting, and then when we start our next episode, we're going to get into setting up a howling good time and go from there, because otherwise the video is going to be like way too long. All right, so what do? We basically do an end of round now because we've gotten rid of all monsters. So here we go. So we're going to discard all played cards. So Zot, I'm going to leave Zot where he is because everything refreshes. We did use the claymore, though it gets discarded, which is unfortunate. Of course, we would tap or turn Whitelock, but they refresh. And then we immediately go into recruit phase. Now, recruit cards go directly to hand, so that's pretty cool. And we can do this in any order. Captain Whitelock has a silver and a copper coin left, and Zot the Wizard has a copper coin left. So let's go over to the recruit area and see what we've got. So Zot's got a copper. He's sitting here with a short sword, acolyte, soldier, cannoneer. And again, you can discard any number of cards at this point and draw back up to 5. All right, let's do our final recruiting, get everything kind of set up, and then next episode we will get into setting up a howling good time, which is part 2 of the 3 parts of Blood Moon Rising. All right, so for Zot, Zot's got a 1 copper coin, and I think with the 1 copper coin, Zot is actually going to go ahead and recruit the the Swashbuckler for a copper coin. The Swashbuckler rolls a yellow die once per fight if Swashbuckler causes 6 or more fight damage to a monster snipe 3. Wonder if we should do that one for Captain Whitelock instead. Let me double think about that. You know what? I think we're going to go. Oh boy, that's really. He either has the Swashbuckler or the Grizzled Shipmate as his only 2 options. And Grizzled Shipmate has Vision 2, which means you can look at any deck, top 2 cards, and put them on the top or the bottom in any order that you like. So player decks, monster decks, item, or recruit decks, whichever deck you want to manipulate. That's what Vision is all about. Oh boy. I think we're going to have Captain Whitehawk go first. As I'm talking here, I probably should just get going. So, Zot's got a copper. Whitehawk has a silver and copper. The silver for Whitehawk, I think she's going to go ahead and get the Scepter of Illusions. Oh, that's gold. Sorry. The Talisman of Lightning, which is she can play another hero and splash 2. I think that's a good one. That goes directly to her hand. Immediately gets replaced with a heavy shield. Gold. Rolls a white die. Wow. Shield. You get shield 1 and dual wield. Wow. That's nice. But it's a gold item. We don't have gold coins. And then we go for coppers. And with coppers, there's Charm. I think we each have a copper now. So I think for Captain Whitehawk, she has a couple of, I think we're going to go ahead for her for the copper. Let's see what else comes up. She's going to go ahead and get the Grizzled Shipmate for a copper. He's got the Vision 2 dual wield, rolling a yellow die. Not the greatest, but we have lots of magical items now, so he's kind of useful there. And then we get the Collegium Elder, yellow die, and he has Taunt. Okay. And then with the 1 copper coin, of course, that we have for Zot. Zot, I think we'll get the Swashbuckler, yellow die. Or do we want the Taunt? Well, let's go yellow die, the Swashbuckler. So we're going to get the Swashbuckler for Zot. That's going to go into his hand. And of course, immediately replace with another Cannoneer. Those guys are awesome. Okay, I'm going to back out. We're going to get our hands to 5 cards apiece, and that'll be the end of our episode for today. And when we come back, we're going to start setting up for Howling Good Time. Alright, and like I said, this is not in the rules, but it's in part of how I house rule the game. When we go from scenario 1 to scenario 2, which we are doing, we add 2 hit points to each character. So Zot's going from 7 hit points up to 9. So he's got a little bit of healing going on. Captain Whitehawk's going from 6 up to 8. And I know what you're thinking, oh, that's cheating, but you know what? We don't do this, let me tell you. This is an absolutely brutal scenario. I suppose it's winnable without adding the extra hit points, but I like to add the extra hit points kind of as a reward for finishing off one of the scenarios. Alright, so 5 cards. So Zot refreshes himself. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. He's going to go ahead and dump out the 2 soldiers. He's going to keep the Swashbuckler, the Short Sword, Acolyte. I think he's going to dump the Acolyte too. And then he gets to draw 2 cards, which of course he has here. So he gets an Acolyte and he gets the Amulet of Inspiration. So he's got a pretty good Swashbuckler, Short Sword, Cannoneer, and this is an extra hero. So yeah, this is not bad. Not bad. So that's going to be the starting hand for Zot. And of course we also level up in between. So Zot's going to go from a level 1 character to a level 2. Now he has Splash 3, Pierce 1. What Pierce 1 is, it means it can negate 1 armor. Cool. And now we look at Captain Whitehawk. She's got Grizzled Shiphand, Seafarer's Charm, Talisman of Lightning, and Ship Mage. Another Ship Mage. We're going to get rid of 1 ship. Maybe we should get rid of 2 so we can shuffle. Yeah, we're going to go wild. We're going to get rid of 2 Ship Mages into the discard pile, which means she can draw 2 cards. Well, she only has 1. Wand of Magic Missiles. So we have to shuffle, and she gets to draw 1 more card. Maybe we're going to get something really good. Maybe we get the Claymore back. That would be awesome. All right. And we get a Ship Mage. All right, well, there's lots of basic cards. So there we go. Ship Mage. And Whitehawk gets to refresh from level 1 to level 2. Now she gets an extra hero, and after the fight, Snipe X, where X is equal to the number of heroes you've played. Ooh, nice. All right. And that's going to be it. So when we come back, we'll set up for a Howling Good Time scenario 2. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Battle for Greyport, Blood Moon Rising. We'll see you in the next episode.